Hey guys, welcome to Legacy Minutes for January 15th, 2020. If I'm being honest with you tonight, I am not feeling well. I have been battling a cold for the majority of the week, and at the current place in life, I am failing miserably in that battle, as you can probably tell by the nasally voice coming out of your speakers. This week's been a little bit rough. On Monday, my three oldest boys started college about 12 to 15 miles down the road. Our minivan decided that it didn't want to work anymore. And just got back from the shop, from picking it up at the shop. Work has been crazy. As some of you know, my wife has been struggling health-wise for the last few months. Praise God, she's doing much better. But as I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about you guys, I was thinking about the trials of various kinds that I've been going through, and I'm sure that you are going through. I was reminded that God uses those trials in our lives to bring joy. And that seems strange, right? Joy comes from trials, but it's true. If we look in the book of James, in the second verse of chapter 1, it says, "Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect, complete, lacking in nothing." Just a few pages later, the apostle Peter, never one to be outdone by his brother James, has this to say. He says, excuse me, he says, "In this you rejoice, though now for a little while, if necessary, you have been grieved by various trials, so that the tested genuineness of your faith, may more precious than gold that perishes, though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ." So both the apostle James and the apostle Peter are telling us that various trials in our lives should be a cause for joy. The apostle Paul, one who chronicles his trials as he's going through his writings, telling us of the things that he goes through in his desire to live his life for Christ, says that in the midst of those things, we are to rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. And so as I was, thinking about my struggles today, struggling with a stuffy nose or a runny nose and coughing and hacking and money output and this and that, I was reminded that those are the things that God is using in my life and in your life to build us up and to make us more like his son, Jesus Christ. He's using those trials if we will walk in them, if we will, instead of seeking the first out, instead of being there's this illustration of a watermelon seed, right? When you put a watermelon seed under pressure between your fingers, what does it do? It shoots out. We're not supposed to be like the watermelon seed. We are supposed to be like silver that is being refined in the furnace, and so that the dross and the things of our lives that are not pleasing to God would be removed, and what is left is steadfastness and faithfulness and endurance and those things that are precious and useful to the Lord as he fulfills his calling on our lives. So tonight, my challenge to myself, as I'm struggling a little bit this week, my challenge to you is that we would look at the trials that we are going through. And I know you're going through a trial. Someone once said that you're either in the midst of a trial, getting ready to go into a trial, or coming out of a trial. Those are sort of the three phases of our lives. And we are all going to face various trials of various kinds in these lives. And so it's my prayer that you and I would face those trials under the strength and power and authority of our God and Savior, Jesus Christ, through the power of his Spirit at work in us, that we would honor and glorify his name forevermore. That's my prayer for you. Please be praying for me this week. Love you. You can follow us on Instagram or Facebook. I'd love to hear what God's doing in your lives. Sign up for our newsletter on LegacyMan.net. And until next time, God bless you.